All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to some more DayZ. Let's play. And we are clear, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we're going to continue through this town here. Lobby has gotten a little bit bigger. 32. Like I always say, just because that's a low number don't mean you won't run into one of the other players. All right, she's a little chilly. We're still damp from that storm, which is why the weather can take a turn for the worse. So look at the sky. Listen for the cues. I don't know if that was a gunshot. It's not like it was behind us. Yep, it sure was. And go from there. See that episode, at the end of the episode during that storm, something like that. You want to try to kind of, ooh. Okay. Darn gunshots. Let me see. Could go around. Go all the way around. What I'm going to do? Go all the way around. We'll hit the field and then we'll circle back around to the main road and keep going. Something like this. You gotta do that. It is a bit of a chance. Taking a chance because we're out in the open. If someone's using a high power rifle like the shot you heard back there, we might get sniped. But it's the only way really around these zombies and not aggro them. I'm gonna circle back around to the main road. It's clear. All right, it is. Gotta find one of these towns. I gotta fill up that water bottle with water. I wasn't able to do that. Too hectic. I don't know if the sun's going up or coming up or going down. I think it's coming up though. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Thing is, with no compass, I don't know which is north, south. 1,000 hours in this game, you think I would know which is north, south, east, and west without a compass, but I don't. I do not. I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. I think we ran by that fountain, but that's okay. We still got a bit of a ways to go till we get to Central Airfield. I might not make it this episode though, but that's okay. We will make it to the military island Sakal. That's basically my my major loot run. The end is when I make it to military island. And also, there's a thing on that mountain, one of those mountains. I know how to get to military island by heart. That's basically right off the coastline, no matter where you spawn at. That's like the best spot for looting the game. It's a whole entire island with military bases on it and a ton of loot. You cannot go wrong. Now, if you're playing in a full lobby, you pretty much will run into one person. Now, whether or not you will engage in PvP, that's actually up to you and them. But you will run into somebody. But it's up to you how you respond. If you're more of a PvE player like me, like if they're like way over there, I'll let them be. But I'll acknowledge it, flag it, see that they're there, and keep on keeping on. But because see, they'll do this same thing. If you can see them, they turn around and can see you, and then they go bam, run all the way down here to get your loot, and then run all the way back to continue their route. So that's the thing. What would you do? You pluck them, pop them, just to be on the safe side. Now, if they were right here, I'd pop them just to be on the safe side. But all the way up there, more than likely, they're not going to be a threat. I don't perceive them as a threat. But if they're in my own personal space or my bubble here, even if they're a fresh spawn, now I'm not for griefing fresh spawns because they don't have anything. What do you? It's like, well, what do you have? A peach? Unless you're like a starving in-game player, you've eaten all your food, and by some stroke of bad luck, you don't have a pot or a pan that you can cook an abundance of food in, or you ate it all, and that pot and pan is empty, and you're like in the middle of nowhere right here, and you're like really hungry, and it just so happened that here comes Joe Blow the Mountain Man comes stumbling out of the woods, and you go bam, because you can smell the deer meat. It is what it is. Just the nature of the beast, people. So I don't get mad. Here I come stumbling around the mountain here, and he's a hungry in-game player, and he goes, blah! I can't get mad at that. He has to feed himself. He probably say it too. I know Arkway's like, dude, I'm sorry. I really need this loot. I'm sorry. They'll apologize 1,000 times when they take you out in the PvE lobby. Ain't no apologies here, pal. He's probably apologizing to himself, but he's not. He's not talking in-game, talking about, I'm sorry. You know, it is what it is. Here I am right here, and he comes stumbling around. May the best man win. If I beat him, it is what it is. I'd rather travel light and nimble, minus this little canvas bag here. I'll put that on. But no long-haul backpack or assault backpacks or combat backpacks no more. Those days are over. That died with Season 2. I think I started this lightweight loadout. First it was like a challenge, and then I ended up saying, hey, I like this play style. I'm just going to adopt it permanently. You know, the game was kind of getting boring and mundane, so when that happens and everything seems the same, you got to kind of change it up a bit, right? And what better way than to, you know, kind of invent a challenge? You know, going online. I saw it online, like a YouTuber had, he was doing something called like a no backpack challenge. I said, you know what? I said, man, you crazy. I saw how good he was doing with it. It looked fun, so I said, you know what? Let's change it up a bit. The game's getting kind of boring and mundane. And when something is boring and mundane, you're pretty much just going through the steps. At that point, it's not really that fun anymore. Let's go ahead and patch this up. I'd rather have the beanie than this. God, come on. Like at that point, you're just going through the steps. It's not really fun anymore. I think it was that year where I think I stopped in July with this series. Usually it goes to August. Stopped in like early July, I think. It was really boring. I was dozing off on the episodes. You guys don't really see that through the magical power of editing. But if it was live streaming, you'd see it. Sometimes your favorite streamer doze off. You ever seen a live stream where they doze off in the character at the screen because your thumbs relax and it's like this? Or like this? They done fell asleep. I mean, it is what it is. I don't hold it against them. We're all human. And people spam the chat, wake up! If they have that gift sound thing, that loud sounds to try to wake them up, they got headphones on. Okay, that's kind of dangerous running between pumps because the dude could he'd snipe the pump. And it'd get me. But like I was saying, at that point, you're just going through the steps. So when that happens and you want, let me change it up a bit. And bro, it's almost like playing a new game again. When you invent, it's like when you're kids and you invent your own, you get bored, you go outside and play, you invent your own game to play. Yeah, this is like before the internet and before the floor is lava and all that. It's like you'd invent that straight off the top of your head. Team deathmatch with Nerf guns, you know. This is before Call of Duty, before online shooters. You guys remember a time when there was no internet You remember the time when when the internet was in its infancy, when online gaming was in its infancy? I think the first online game that I remember, what was it called? EverQuest or something like that. NeverQuest. What is it? What was it called? And then it was Counter Strike. What was compared? It was Counter Strike, and then Unreal Tournament Championship, I think it was called. I mean, this is when the internet was in infancy. Online, when online gaming took off, you guys remember it was Halo 2. Halo 2, I mean, skyrocketed online gaming, and that game was insane. It's a shame how it lost its buzz. Does not have the same buzz it had back in the day. I saw a screenshot. Granted, it was years ago. I don't know if it's still this way now. It was years ago. It's like they were hosting like a Halo tournament, or I don't know if it was a championship. I think it was a standard tournament at another event, and the damn thing was empty, bro. I'm like, man, Halo done fell from grace. And this was before Halo 6, but it was, still it it is Halo. It's like once 2007 hit, to me that was a pivotal year. Saints Row had exploded. You guys remember Saints Row? How many of you played the first Saints Row? To me, the first and second Saints Row are the best ones. Saints Row 3, man, I enjoyed it, but I felt like Saints Row 1 to me was my all-time favorite. Bro, Protect the Pimp, Blinged Out Ride. Blinged Out Ride, that was my favorite game mode. Blinged Out Ride, that was like, basically that was their version of Capture the Flag, but instead it was a vehicle. You stole the vehicle and bring it back to your garage. You had to come back and steal it and bring it back to theirs. And if it was damaged, it would look at that sweet ride. You would take it, get it fixed, and then bring it back. Man, that was good. I mean, Saints Row lasted for a good minute. But take that just in case we find the 357 Magnum. And it's like half loaded or not loaded at all. It's like, bro, that was insane. And I mean, for a minute, I think Saints Row dropped in. I'm supposed to be doing tips and tricks with DayZ. We're talking about other things, but hey, that's how it is. You guys like it, right? It's like we're just chilling and vibing, talking about gaming. You know what I mean? That's what it is. What it is. It's not all. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm sorry, but I play a variety of games. I don't just stick to DayZ or stick to Arc Raiders. I play what I enjoy, what I feel like playing, what I feel like turning into a series for you guys. So getting back on topic, it was I want to say right around 2006 when Saints Row dropped. I think it was like, September, I think, August or September of 06 when Saints Row dropped. But by the time I played it, got online, got internet, and then got into online gaming, it was like fall of 2007. And it had already amassed like a huge popularity, a huge cult following, despite it getting like controversial. Was it controversial? I feel like I saw like a controversial score. That was GTA's like wacky cousin. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. I'm a diehard. I think most of us are diehard GTA fans, but I give credit was due. Saints Row was fun. Saints Row was good. I enjoyed that cartooniness. That was good. All right. Most of us did, especially Saints Row 1. Saints Row 2, the story mode was really good. The online, basically all they really had was team deathmatch and deathmatch. They had something else that was objective based. And it just wasn't really the same for me long term. Once Saints Row 3 hit, played that, but they started losing fans rather quickly. It's like you why in the fudge would you get rid of Blinged Out Ride and get rid of the the best game modes. That makes no sense. Great. Here that I can use. Blowtorch beanie. Just your butt in there. Is this the one with 2 doors? No, 1 door. Like, why would you get rid of the best game modes? That makes no sense. Pinot Rapka. Where am I at? I'm so busy running my mouth. Hold on, am I going the right way? I think I am. Where am I going? Let's see what we can find in here. Look at that. Longhorn. I forgot what this takes. 308 win rounds, which we don't have. You pretty much put this in the chest holster. I don't know if you've ever seen. If you've ever seen the movie, what the heck is it called? Is it Broken Arrow? No. Death Warrant with JVD, Jean-Claude Van Damme. And the dude from that movie. Dude from the movie Pumpkinhead was the villain. He had this. And this is also in GTA 5, this gun. Basically, the rifle that takes it, you want to make this in game, you have to saw it off. But I think I'm just going to leave this. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to take that along. Yeah, that was my issue. I was like, why would you take away the best game modes that made the game what it was online? Like, why would you do that? Hey, let's hit this. But I don't know which way. Keep going. I think I go this way. Last time I was here, I think I went up that road. I looked at the map, but I'm kind of getting turned around. If I go that way, I'd be going back. I'm going to keep going this way just by common sense logic. Let's go ahead and hydrate. We've been traveling for a while. But even to this day, I was like, why? I don't know why. I think Deep Silver took over after THQ folded. Or did they not fold? They still around? I don't know. I know they were developing the WWE kit titles back then, THQ and Ukes. Now WWE has its own, WWE Games is just responsible for it now. But I don't know what Deep Silver was thinking when they decided, oh, we're just going to focus on the single player. As if to say, oh, no one plays a multiplayer, everyone just plays a single player. What? That threw all of us off. That makes no sense. And I mean, I heard it. You heard the developer say it out of his own mouth back then. In, what was it, 2008? And this is around. No, wait, no. I'm trying to think what. No, I think it was then, because I think Saints Row 2. It was like, oh, we're just going to focus on the single. No, it was around like 2010, when they were promoting Saints Row the third. It was like, oh, we're just going to focus on the single player. So we're going to remove the competitive or the PvP aspect of multiplayer from Saints Row, from the Saints Row games. And it hadn't been back since. Like even the Saints Row reboot, that flopped. Gee, I wonder why. I was like, that doesn't even feel like the classic Saints Row. And when we initially saw it, we were kind of okay. I'm kind of excited for this reboot. It's a reboot. I'll give it a chance. Played it, yeah, and then play it again. Played on the channel, check it out, but I didn't play the DLC, and I never returned to it. It's like phew. It's like they done fumbled the ball again. I was like, bro, all they have to do, listen to the fans, and go back to the original Saints Row build. Doesn't have to use the bad graphics. What was good for the time back then, 2006. That's what we had back then. Even looking back then, it's like, God, these were graphics. And don't get me wrong, there's always games that will stand the test of time, right? Like Grand Theft Auto. Rockstar was good with GTA. Always games that will stand the test of time. But most of them don't. Especially when you compare them to today's graphics. Like I was saying, all they had to do was listen to. What's doing locked? Freaking suit coat in there. There's a runner over there. Like all they had to do was listen to the fans and bring back Blinged Out Ride and PTP, Protect the Pimp. And regular deathmatch. You throw in deathmatch, regular team deathmatch, deathmatch, whatever. Add something new in, dodgeball, whatever the heck you. Because Saints Row just got even more wackier as the years went on. And to me, that was the downfall. What do you guys think? That was if any of you played those games. And we're kind of like wrapping to a newer generation here. So I'm going to head back. Kind of like wrapping to a newer generation. So I don't, if you've played those games. High insulation. Denim jacket is medium. And we get an extra 4 stocks. We'll go with the bomber jacket. Baklava. Yeah, it's like you're pretty much a doggone superhero. By the time Saints Row 4 rolled around. You're like the president, and you were like a superhero. So patch this up. The baklava, drop the beanie. But this is what it is. You can't tell me there are more fans who wants that wacky garbage over the top Saints Row. Oh, look at this. That wacky over the top Saints Row. You can't tell me that. Now, I understand what made Saints Row was some of that silliness, especially in the first one. It was a little silly. The heck, I missed the shot way over there. But, I understand as a game developer, they drive themselves great. You can't please everybody. But I'm pretty sure majority of the community wants the original Saints. I'm getting a little hungry. Getting a little hungry. Gotta keep it moving. Down these beans, but we're gonna keep it moving. And Halo kind of phased out. Remember that was the big matchup, Halo 3 and Saints for a long time. I remember people were quitting Saints Row. Oh, we're moving on to Halo 3. Because remember, you had like full-on gangs. You could have like a clan, but you know it was called a gang in Saints Row, and it had like online leaderboards. Man, you could take five or six of y'all and face another 16, 6-on-6 or 5-on-5. I can't remember the player count by heart, and hop online, and it'd be like clan v clan, bruh. You had a ranking system and all that, bro. Saints Row absolutely killed it. And this is pre Call of Duty, pre GTA 4, because I don't think you had story mode was online, or maybe not even on consoles. Yeah, you kidding me? Saw me. Like I was saying, GTA 3 or GTA San Andreas. I don't know after that because people could. The modders go crazy, bro. I don't know if anybody modded anything. I haven't been checking the trees. I'm so busy running my mouth. People go crazy modding, but like that remember that little, what is it, coffee or whatever, when you invite the girl in, somebody modded it and was able to like add stuff that I can't remember if that was in the game or not, but I know it made the news. But that wasn't online, not PvP, and you play local co-op, and you know. But like I was saying, Saints Row killed it, and this is pre Call of Duty. Call of Duty dropped, I think November, or what was it? The same month? No, 3 months after Halo. Halo 3 dropped September, I think September or October, and people were, or was it early November? I can't remember. But I know my friend ended up getting Call of Duty 4. I saw some of the commercials and promos for it, but I still wasn't ready. I was just like, man, you know, it is what it is. I might get it for Christmas, I might not. And then my friend was like, he was like, Raven, you gotta hop on call. And he wouldn't, he like wouldn't shut up about it. And I'm like, all right, I'll try it. And the rest is grace after midnight. I love Modern Warfare. I'm more of a Modern Warfare person versus a Black Ops. That's just me. I prefer the Modern Warfare games. I prefer Modern Warfare across any title in general versus World War I and II. I just don't really like them. Tried it. I did play World War II? Call of Duty World. I didn't like World at War. I don't know. I just like Infinity War and the way they developed it. I'm more of a fan of Infinity War. I know what's the name got a bad rating. Modern Warfare 3, the reboot. You know, because what's his name? Markov escaped. And I think we're getting to Modern Warfare 4. I don't know. I didn't. Usually it's May, so usually it gets teased around this time. But they haven't teased anything. At least I haven't seen it, but I haven't exactly been looking for it either. So, you know, it is what it is. You guys excited for? What are you guys most are you guys more Modern Warfare or more so Black Ops? Comment down below. Playing DayZ but yeah, we just vibing and kicking it, man. The games we're a fan of and things like that. Reminiscing on good old times. What is that? Support 22 mag. That's what it's about. It doesn't have to be straight tips and tricks. What is that? 388 CP rounds. As if we don't already have enough, right? But yeah, man. I think I'm going to stop it here for today. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching and vibing and listening to me rant and ramble on about my favorite video games and favorite pop culture and my favorite time in video game history. At least that was the 2007 and 2008 year. Such a pivotal moment, especially for gaming with Halo 3, Saints Row, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Oh, man, what else? SmackDown vs. Raw 08, that was really good. That's arguably still the best WWE game as far for creativity. And now I know online they wouldn't let you use certain things, so you couldn't really create that super best character you wanted, because to keep the game from being broken. So technically, I think SmackDown Just Bring It was the best, because you can go ham with creativity with that one. But I understand. But SmackDown vs. Raw 2008, okay, the best one, and it hasn't been the same since. Then they went more like simulator arcade, like simulator style wrestling. To me, it's gotten a bit worse, but it's not. It's like the situation, like there's nothing we can do about it. But anyway, this outro is getting long-winded. If you enjoyed the episode, do me a favor. Drop a like and subscribe to help the channel and the series grow. Be sure to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss an upload, all right? Take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next adventure. And as always, thanks for watching. My name is Raven from the Sky. Peace out.